Jason Aaron, Aaron Kuder, Cam Smith, and Guru head to the mythical city of Kunlun, where an unworthy Thor seeks out the power of the Iron Fist in a desperate attempt to try and find his worth in the world again. Jason Aaron hones in on Thor this issue with a wonderfully unique take on the character that sees the unworthy hero try his hands at mystical kung fu and go on a journey to get the power of the Iron Fist. Aaron is no stranger to Thor, having written him for pretty close to a decade, and yet in this story it's something completely new and different. I love the idea of the unworthy Thor who is followed around by his hammer, constantly reminded of his unworthiness and failure to stop the masters of evil, and it's such a level of pettiness on the hammer's part, and something I can really see Mjolnir actually doing and the god inside Mjolnir actually doing, which I think is kind of hilarious. On top of that, setting Thor up with Lei Kung the Thunderer was such a cool team up, and his training of the Iron Fist was a lot of fun, as it's played to the hero's strength, which is just punching shit really fucking hard. The twist that the Iron Fist power doesn't actually exist anymore was a great swerve from the usual hero uses other heroes' power in a twist trope, and also lets us get a great bit of character growth with this Thor in becoming his own man and in charge of his own destiny as the God of Fists, which is such a fucking cool name. Aaron Kuder, Cam Smith, and Guru really make up for the drab prison setting of the Captain America-centric issue last time with bright, colourful, and rather bloody artwork depicting Thor's training at Kunlun under Lei Kung, capturing every detail of it so well, and just the detail in the surroundings of the destroyed Kunlun and the giant dragon Shou-Lao being dead in the temple was just so really cool looking. And we also got some really cool looking fight scenes between Thor and a fellow god, which ended in a really cool One-Punch Man sort of way, which I thought was quite interesting. Avengers Forever issue 8 showcased that Jason Aaron still has some unique and creative stories up his sleeve when it comes to Thor, showcasing a fun story that plays to the hero's strengths while implementing a neat little twist in the third act. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. Avengers Forever issue 8 heads to Earth 56,337, where at the summit of the Himalayas, Thor, the last god of thunder, gleefully makes snow angels, finding peace in the cold tundras. Thor soon stops as thunderclouds begin forming above, and he knows what it means, barely dodging a lightning bolt that smashes into the ground where he once laid. Thor finds Mjolnir has returned to him. Angered, the hammer won't leave him be. He demands it stop mocking him, trying to lift the weapon, straining against its weight, but he can't lift it. A voice remembers that this isn't the first time this has happened, as back when Asgard burned thanks to the Masters of Evil, Thor couldn't lift the hammer, and then again he couldn't lift it when Midgard burned as well. Thor soon became a drunk, just wanting to be left alone, but the hammer continued to follow him across the world, becoming his constant reminder of his unworthiness. Thor begins to smash his hands against the hammer until they become bloody. Soon a being named Lei Kung the Thunderer appears, telling him that he punches with rage, not focus, and such a blow hurts Thor more than it hurts the thing he strikes. The Guardian of Kunlun introduces himself, asking if Thor has come seeking enlightenment, but Thor says he's seeking oblivion. Lei can tell the god is lying, seeing the true reason why the god of thunder is there, but Thor hates being called the god of thunder, as he is now the god of nothing. Lei opens up a portal, knowing that the man has come to the right place, as he takes Thor to the hidden city of Kunlun, which was also destroyed by the Masters of Evil who killed the Iron Fist, thus demoralizing the other warriors of Kunlun and leading to their defeat. Lei knows that the Masters didn't realize they cannot burn a dragon, as he reveals a giant dragon emblazoned door, telling the god that the last embers of Kunlun lie behind it in the form of the immortal Shou-Lao, who is currently regenerating in a hibernation sleep. Lei implies that Thor is to venture in and claim the power of the Iron Fist, but Thor knows he is unworthy in every way. Mjolnir bumps into Thor, who punches the hammer for annoying him, but Lei thinks that although he's unworthy of one weapon, it could mean his hands were not meant for lifting hammers. Thor thinks that he is to be trained to be an Iron Fist, but Lei says that his training has already begun, asking Thor to hit the hammer again. Thor begins his training, hitting Mjolnir over and over until the entire training area is covered in blood, but he he doesn't stop for 30 days and nights. Thor's fists soon become hammers themselves until after another 30 days and nights, Mjolnir begins to tremble from his hits, so much so it begins dodging Thor's blows, but Thor keeps at it, catching the hammer and punching it even harder. Mjolnir soon tires from being hit, conjuring up a giant storm to fight back against Thor. Lai reminds Thor that he's not hearing lightning, but the hammer's cries of fear, and he wants his pupil to show the hammer that he is indeed worthy, and that he isn't the god of storms, or wind, or rain, but the god who punches them. Thor strikes Mjolnir, flinging it down into the snow, as Lai asks his student if now that he has beaten the hammer, will he claim it for himself, but Thor refuses, which Lai is glad about, suddenly attacking Thor. Thor demands to know what he is doing, so Lai says that he beat a floating mallet, which doesn't make him worthy of the Iron Fist, but he will be Thor's final trial. Thunderer against Thunder God. Thor hates being called the Thunder God, smashing Lai all the way back into Kunlun and into the Shou-Lao door, smashing it open. Lai says that he's never been hit by such a perfect punch, finding it an honor to be bludgeoned by Thor, and to lead him to his destiny. Thor discovers that Shou-Lao the immortal dragon is actually long dead, as Lai reveals that he lied and the powers of the Iron Fist were never meant to be Thor's, and he was never training him to wield any weapon other than the one he was born with. Lai takes on a ghostly form, returning to his stone statue in the temple as he tells Thor that his weapons speak louder than the thunder, and Thor should use them well as the god of fists. Thor soon leaves Kunlun and the hammer joins him, but instead of berating it, Thor tells the weapon it can join him as long as it stays out of his way. Suddenly, Ghost Rider and Ant-Man arrive, knowing Thor is looking for a ride, and it looks like he's in luck since it just so happens they have come looking for Thor.